Can I talk about those Vegas recommendations while we're waiting?
That's on the stream now, so go right
To say
ahead.
we're live.
So, I know that a lot of the best places in Vegas to go are inside of casinos that are like down in like the alleyways between casinos. They're like little other places. So you really got to kind of go wild and dig in. But they do have the largest candy store in the world where they have a gummy bear. It's like this big.
Oh.
And the upstairs of the candy store is all drinks that's candy related, sour gummy worm drinks and stuff, and candy drinks, chocolate drinks. And then they have a hotel where you walk inside their courtyard and there's like flamingos everywhere and they're pink, and you learn that they're actually pink because they're eating exactly what they would eat in the wild, or else they would not be pink, they would be white.
Interesting.
Cool stuff. Like the hotels there's a tiger exhibit in one of them. It's just a lot of cool stuff just in random hotels.
Yeah, I don't mind going to Vegas, but I can't stay there for more than maybe 3 or 4 days max. It's hot.
The odds of me going to Vegas are very slim.
What if we did a meetup or something?
I'm in, dude.
That could be fun.
That could be one way to get me out there. That
Yeah.
plus $20
Right.
unlimited sushi. I think those two things combined.
Right.
Oh, and the crab buffets? Holy crap, dude! I
All
smash.
right, and that. Let's add that
I
to the list.
smash crab.
There's yeah.
Do you now?
There's also
Orderby's my
some
favorite character.
amazing restaurants.
I have heard that, and I would love to go to some seafood restaurants out there because
My
I
heart
love
was
seafood.
broken when I found out that the pawn shop store was not like real, and it was all like you go, it's not real like that.
The one from Pawn Stars?
Yeah, from what I heard, is it's
Oh.
all like set up, and it's not. You can't go in and interact with them.
Oh, that's depressing.
I do want to go to.
Surprised.
I want to visit Meow Wolf.
Omega Mall, I am going there.
Do it.
I will be there on Sunday nights.
Nice.
Oh wow!
That is something. What is a meow wolf? Let's backtrack for a minute. Sounds like some major
It's an
uwu shit.
interactive art installation. I suggest you just look it up, but think like
Yes.
like
Look it
the
up.
level of escape room, right?
So amazing.
like how escape rooms are decorative and super
Okay.
interactive. Now think of an alt installation that doesn't make you work that hard.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Uh,
each room is like
explore, look
completely
around.
different by a different artist.
Yeah.
I went to the one in New Mexico. It is astoundingly cool. Highly recommend.
Yeah, the next room
yeah.
is like behind a freezer door or something, and it's like
Yeah,
a completely
there's a-
different environment.
Ton of
And-
stuff. Yeah.
I
It
lived in
looks so
Albuquerque and never got to go because it opened up after I left.
Gotta
Alright,
go back.
So that's the first thing
Gotta
on
go
our
back.
itinerary for our first meetup in Vegas. Is to go to Meow Wolf together.
The
Omega
first
Mart.
rule of Vegas, wherever you're meeting, be an hour early, because Vegas traffic and Vegas drivers is the worst.
I've heard it's bad.
I don't want any of that
And their
part. I just
streets
want
are
the rest
really
of it.
bad too.
I want
The
rest.
roads are in terrible condition. They're always under construction. It's like, yeah.
Yep.
That's
We
okay.
could have a
Michigan's the same
live
way.
in-person game with a really cool backdrop because I guarantee you we could rent some like really cool
room. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
That'd be fun.
Hell
Yeah.
We can have crab legs.
Yes, all the crab
Yeah,
legs.
yeah. You could just have Audrey be the centerpiece.
There we go.
Speaking of centerpieces, we should
crazy.
get back to ours, which is
Yes.
this show called Whispers of Doom. So that's
Reel it in. Reel
that's
it
what
in.
we're here for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, to play through the standalone module Rusthenge that'll get us through levels 1 through 4 with these chuckleheads and myself. Yeah, we're here to play Pathfinder 2nd Edition Remaster as best we can. My name is Robert, I'm the GM. Let's just go around the horn and introduce ourselves. I'll throw it to you.
Make Nick go
Jacob.
first.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. I'm Jacob, aka Spellcrashers. I am playing Simon Sith, fourth son, the only non-human in the party. I am not a Null, that's a D&D term. I am a Colo. Colo investigator. who spent the entire last session at 1 HP. It was very fun.
That's an MVP move right there. Let's about that whole fight.
I was teasing death, but the dice just had Robert attack everyone else. But I'm gonna hand it over to Nick.
Talk about living by the die.
Yeah. Actually.
Hello, everybody. I am Nick, also known as Big Red, and I'm playing Faradir, the human sorcerer. And I will throw it over to Dylan.
No, I'm Dylan. I'm playing Bertrand Kincaid, the human swashbuckler, who is currently unconscious. For the first time, he's gone down, but luckily we were able to survive. He may live to fight another day if he's lucky.
Finally returned down under.
Exactly. Yes.
Ew.
Nicely said. And last but not least, throw it over to Cody.
Hi there, my name is Cody, and I am playing Fensusi's Cleric of Almost Dead, otherwise known as the Cleric of Gozre, otherwise known as Shania, for a couple sessions ago. Who knows how many other gods and goddesses he'll be serving throughout the course of this adventure. But, anywho, yeah, that's who I'm playing. Robert, should I talk about Gen Con
Yeah, I was
now
just gonna
or
ask.
later? Okay.
Do you have any highlights? Cody was at Gen Con. So
Yes,
jealous.
I do.
Yeah, the one lucky
Highlights. Give us your highlights.
visitor.
Yes, luckily I live close enough to where I can drive there and it not be overwhelming. So yeah, it was a really good time. It was my first Gen Con ever. I was only down there for one day. I was there for Saturday, and it's massive. Whatever you're thinking it is, it's bigger than that. If you've never been there before, especially.
Crazy.
And it was just crazy. But anyway, the highlights of that time were making some cool new friends while waiting in the vendor line, as well as meeting some of my favorite actual play podcasters outside of our own show. I met Adam and Dustin from the Strange Table Fellowship. I met Kate from Glass Cannon. And Kate, don't hate me, but I do have to tell a little bit of the story about how I met you at the booth. I didn't see Matthew at first, and then eventually I noticed that he was there. And Kate came out of the back of the booth, and Kate had a very long night. They had a very long night, all of them. And so Kate comes out of the back, mouth full of graham crackers, and an iced coffee in hand, a little bit slunched over, and she's headed somewhere, I don't know where. And I was just like, I don't know how to greet you right now because you look like you're going through it. And so I was just like, hi, Kate. And she's just like, hello, with a mouthful of graham crackers. And oh my gosh, it was great. She came over and super sweet. She talked to me for a little bit, and we got a picture together. Kate, you looked great. Don't worry about it. And just a real pleasure to get to meet a lot of these folks in the space and go see Glass Cannon live later that night. So
fun.
I would say if you're thinking of ever going to Gen Con, anyone, please do. It's a lot of fun. Make sure to do three things. Get your badge and your tickets for anything you want very early, like February early. And then also make sure to set yourself a budget for going there, because there are over 100 vendors easily, and some vendors are even there twice. Like there were 2 Norse Foundry booths.
Wow.
And a lot of those bigger ones had like 2 or 3 booths throughout the different areas of the con, and this is all interspersed amongst like where people are playing games too. So yeah, do yourself a favor. Set yourself a budget, because I managed to, and if I can do it, so can you. Because I am a very impulsive human being. The $80 stone dice at the Norse Foundry booth were summoning me, but I resisted.
Good for
So
you.
Made your will save.
Yes.
yeah, exactly. I succeeded my will saves. I think I spent all of like right under $150 total.
That's
It's
it.
not bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
man,
I was like
I could not
impulse
resist.
control. It also helped that you couldn't get into most booths because there are so many people. So yeah, Gen Con's fun. Try it out once. Go there. It's an indie every year, toward the end of July, beginning of August, and maybe you'll see myself or many more of us there in the years to come.
One day. I'd love to go.
One day. But yeah, now it's time for Robert.
Okay. Yeah. So, this is session 18. Welcome to.
I meant to introduce yourself, but that works too.
Well, I did already, but I'll do it again. My name is
Did you?
Robert, and I'm the death-dealing dungeon master. Muhahaha.
I honestly didn't remember that you did. I'm not
That's
gonna
all
lie.
right. Oh, well, fuck it. But yeah, you folks out there in Twitch land, you can help support us if you like us so much. You can donate your bits. You could be part of the itty bitty donate your bitty committee. For 500 bits, you can reward players hero points or obols, where it gives them a chance to re-roll any rolls that they want, or to have me re-roll any roll that you want me to re-roll. I don't know what's going on right now.
You can tell these shows are totally scripted.
Most importantly,
Say, don't you have a copy?
I do. My eyes just went like bzzz.
Tonight's episode is brought to you by severe ADHD and sleep
Yeah.
deprivation.
We've all got a case of the Mondays.
For 1,000 bits, you can roll the D100 in chat, and we'll pull from a super secret random encounter table with some cool shit on there. So yeah, do that because it'd be cool. And you can also spend your channel points in Twitch chat to name the next unnamed NPC, location, or item. Yeah, that's it. I think. You guys ready to play pretend with rules?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well then, let's live by the
Live
die,
by the die,
and die by the die.
I just committed that time. I was like, I'm not going to slow down. Just
Took me a
straight
second.
ahead.
I was like, wait for it. Wait.
All right.
There
So
it is.
last time, you chuckleheads were on. Some of you, half of you, were on the verge of death. Death. Oh God! Back-to-back sessions of possible TPKs. Holy crap! By the skin of your teeth. This last episode, as you guys were barely recovering from the fight with that primordial envy ooze, you were exploring the room a little bit, and somebody found a book that they attempted to pull off the wall that actually opened up a secret door to reveal another room that you've yet to really get a good look at. But inside, there were shadows, silhouettes of creatures, humanoid creatures that were talking to you in a different language that none of you could understand. They walked up, seemed to question you, and then once they realized that you were interlopers, combat ensued once again, while you guys were just on the heel of healing yourselves. Some could have used a bit more, but nonetheless, a battle was fought, and fought hard against some envy spawn. Sin spawns. They looked like this. With halberds in hand, it seemed as if they were guarding something important in the dark room beyond.
I don't think they. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Ah,
It was just taking a hot minute.
I had to click through it, but
Oh, okay.
they fought hard, took down both Bertrand and Faradir, and leaving Sif and Fen wounded, severely, mortally wounded even. But again, by the skin of your teeth, you guys made it out alive. And yeah, it was a hard-fought battle.
It was. For the podcast listeners, the creature that we're looking at currently has its face split open in 3 different directions with multiple layers of teeth, looking like a living chainsaw. It also has 3 fingers on each hand, I think, and 2 on its weird little feet things. It has a halberd that is got glowing something or other on it. It kind of looks like blood. It kind of looks like Kool-Aid. It's really hard to tell. They also have red eyes and are giving strong Voldemort vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wearing
Voldemort.
chainmail.
I'm also getting like Blade 2, like the brother vampire. I'm dating myself at this point, but I'm getting Blade 2 vibes.
I trust that
Yeah, I trust your instinct there.
because I
Oh,
have not-
You guys don't know what
some
that
of
means?
you.
I don't remember Blade 2. I've watched
I
it,
know
but
Blade.
don't
I know
remember
Blade
it.
1
Dude,
well enough, but not Blade 2, unfortunately.
I love the Blade movies. One of my characters is based off of somebody based off somebody based off of.
The good news
Nice.
is, if anyone who's listening knows the Blade movies, they have
Yeah.
a really good
There's like
picture
3
now.
people like, yes, no.
Are we really that old?
Blade mentioned.
Oh man, I mean, all the Blade movies had been out for years when some of the people in chat were born. So
Blade 2 is from 2002.
It's like one of the first
boy.
Marvel movies.
It was.
I've never seen any of them.
I was in
Classics.
8th grade? 7th, 8th grade?
I was in
25 years, 300 days ago or something.
2002. I would have been in
22
either
years
I don't-
ago.
I don't-
3rd or 2nd grade.
Shut the fuck up. You stop right there.
so
Moving
we
on.
rested, right?
So you guys decided to collect your things and not open any of the doors and backtrack all the way to Stoneholm through the underground tunnel that went underneath Iron Harbor to find some respite. And respite you did find. Just to expedite it a little bit, you guys all found your rooms and beds. Sister Vonda and Trig were there to tend and help with whatever they could. But it's been, I think this is essentially day 2 since you guys have really gone down and to explore the Sky Metal Workshop underneath Rusthenge. Yeah, that you guys rest. You're dreaming dreams of stuff. I don't know. You guys want to talk about your dreams?
Sure. I'll let everybody go first.
What are there any like a coalescing of reality and your dreamlands mixing? Are there any ideas mingling around in either your characters' heads?
I just imagine, even though Right Color are more hyena based, that Sif has that dog thing where he like kind of like tries to run in his sleep.
Yeah.
It's like
Very-
whimpering and just trying to run away from all the shit.
Very twitchy.
That's funny. I think
Yeah, go ahead, Nick.
I'd say I think Faradir, you'd probably hear him muttering faintly like power. And in his mind, he's having dreams of him like going Super Saiyan and getting a super beard, doing all this powerful magic.
Does he know what a Super Saiyan is?
He's gonna be the first one.
His near-death experience and getting teabagged multiple times made him see into
Yes,
different
yeah.
dimensions.
I forgot about that. Everybody's
Yeah.
walking over him.
He's actually he's the first witch warper, actually, due to getting teabagged multiple times. That's his paradox.
Well, when Starfighter
Oh.
2 comes out, you could take that dedication.
That's true. That is
That'd
very
be
true.
so wild.
That really would be wild, actually. Oh, there's gonna be so many fun builds.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
I think Fen would have a very vivid nightmare. Because for most of that first fight, especially, he was kind of powerless. He didn't really do a whole lot in that first fight, other than trade blows with a cultist for a hot minute, and then got nearly annihilated by an ooze. So I think he would have nightmares, flashbacks of when kind of like back in the vision he had a few episodes back, of smoke and fire, and feeling like a powerless child again. Yeah, I feel like Fen would be having a nightmare at this point, based on that experience.
Yeah, watching his companions and the one he was set to protect kind of go down in front of him several times, and that's gotta be daunting. It's gotta be like, fuck, what am I doing? Is this the right place for me to be in? Am I strong enough? Do I have Shania Gazra's favor?
I love how the instant you said fuck is the instant that El Chivo redeemed no cursing.
Oh.
The no cursing
It's gonna be
redemption.
so hard on
no.
this stream.
Dang it. Alright, we'll try our best.
How long is that supposed to go for?
I don't know. 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 minutes of silence and
And we're taking a 2-minute break.
Yeah,
starting
we'll be
now.
back in a couple
Bye.
minutes.
heck.
I like how mine was like funny and joking, and then Cody just followed up with the coolest thing ever. I was like, oh.
Well, no, I was like, out of all of our characters who have had a little bit of their past like shown so far, I was like, okay, yeah, I feel like Fen would have had this like deep-seated fear come to life and make a nightmare. So yeah, I mean, every once in a while, you know, I have my serious moments. But that one just felt appropriate.
Great.
So no, don't feel bad about making funnies. Never feel bad about making funnies.
Yeah,
let's,
I get stuck in that mode sometimes.
So maybe then Bertrand is also having a nightmare of some kind.
Yes, he is.
We see a searing white light that fills our view, and a cloudless sky that comes into focus. The blueness of the sky, so vivid, it's difficult to find where it meets the vast ocean below on the horizon. We see Bertrand standing on the deck of a large ship. He looks away from the sun and has begun to focus on his surroundings. He appears momentarily confused, as if leaving an extended daydream. He looks around at the crew aboard the vessel, busy scrubbing the decks, mending sails, laughing and singing with one another, and then he smiles to himself, happy to be amongst the bustle of a ship and at sea again. But he continues to look around, and his smile fades. He's not entirely sure who this crew is, or what ship he is even aboard. The faces of the crew, he can't see them. They're blurred for some reason. And a slight panic sinks in at this realization, but hears a familiar voice behind him to call out, "Ah, Bertrand! Welcome aboard, old friend." Bertrand wheels around, gazing up at the sound, and sees a familiar face in his old captain, Dante Bosco, standing at the railing of the quarterdeck. He's dressed in dark leathers, his hair alight with red streaks standing up amongst shorter black sections in a triple mohawk. Rufio, Rufio, Rufio. Bertrand's smile returns, and he excitedly jogs up to the upper level of the deck, forgetting that he doesn't see the faces of the crewmates. They meet in a warm embrace, both smiling and chuckling in their unlikely reunion. Bertrand says,
Captain, it's been, well, I'm not sure how long it's been, but I'm so very glad to see you again.
His smile dims as he tries to think. When had he last seen his captain? The uncertainty of that makes Bertrand uneasy. Bosco laughs and waves a hand in dismissal and says, Never mind that. You're just in time to meet our honored guests. He gestures toward the main deck, where two creatures are brought above and from the holds below. Bertrand immediately recognizes them as Sinspawn, and his jaw drops in surprise and horror. He turns to Dante, but before he can speak, he sees that Dante is now holding Bertrand's rapier in his hands, examining the blade. Bertrand's eyes snap down to his hip, his blade now gone. Surprised, he didn't even feel Dante move or feel the blade leave its sheath. Dante, still taking in the sword, says, My old blade, Tide Ball, I called it. You've taken very good care of it in my absence. Dante's mannerisms and posture slowly change as his green eyes turn black. The sky behind him begins to darken to match. Clouds are suddenly filling the sky, obscuring the sun. Thunder cracks in the distance as a storm begins to coalesce seemingly out of nowhere. Bertrand ignores the comments about his rapier and demands,
Wow, these creatures here. That's so southern. Captain, you have to understand the danger. Oh,
You want to have another take?
no, it's fine. It's a dream.
This was before
Wow, these
Bertrand became an
creatures here.
Australian.
Captain, you have to understand the danger. God, I don't know what happened. Anyway,
and
that's what he says.
Bertrand's not wearing pants, I assume.
Yeah.
now.
He has a straw hat on and a piece
Oh,
of hay out
no.
of his mouth.
Where'd my pants go?
No, that is bad. Anyway, continue.
Dante grins. Oh, I understand the danger, Bertrand, but our interests are fortunately aligned, and the choice was easy. The world will soon be changing, old friend. Tsar Asmak will rule all. He grins wide, showing too many teeth that seem far too sharp. Wind whips through the blackened skies as huge raindrops begin falling from the angry clouds. The crash of thunder grows closer as the storm bears down on them. Dante's eyes return to their original green momentarily as the horrible grin fades. Unless, Dante says, his voice small amidst the growing storm, unless you think you can stand against him. His words take on a more hopeful tone as he says this, his hair still standing while Bertrand's own is wet and slicked to his head amongst the tempest. Bertrand now shouting against the cacophony around him.
There is no choice but to fight. I've felt their wrath, their hatred, their evil. They must be destroyed. Kill these beasts and cast their corpses overboard.
He looks down to where the Sinspawn were, but they've tripled in size and are destroying the ship, splintering the deck and masts with massive claws. The helpless crew still on deck is spent sprawling amongst the debris, helpless to find a safe hiding place. Bertrand looks again to Dante as he holds the handle of the rapier out to Bertrand, the bright red and orange tassel swinging from the pommel catching his eye. Fight then, my old friend, Dante says with a sad half grin. Bertrand reaches out to take the rapier, and as his fingers close on the grip, a bolt of lightning ignites the sky. The thunderclap nearly bursts his eardrums. The bolt hits the center of the ship, and the force breaks the entire ship apart. Everyone and everything is hurtled away from the epicenter, overboard and into the tumultuous sea. Now, underwater, Bertrand fights to reach the surface, which way is up? Sorry.
It's all good.
He can't be sure, but is swimming and kicking with his failing strength. His leathers weigh as much as steel, and he fears he's going to drown. He kicks and he kicks, his lungs screaming for new air. He soon loses the fight with his instincts, opens his mouth and inhales, waking up in a bed in Stonehome, surrounded by his companions.
I hope swearing Titan's back on. Yeah, he kind of just like looks around. I don't know what time it is, but I envision it's kind of like in the middle of the night still, and people are sleeping, and he hears, sees Cody having, or not Cody, Fen having a nightmare.
And
Sif running on the, yeah. It's like on a blanket on the floor. He's not even in a bed. Here's Faraday saying power, and it's like, well, that's weird. But then kind of focuses back on his dream and is just like kind of internalizing what that could mean, and I'm here to fight. That's the choice I've made, I guess. And then he rolls over and tries to sleep, but probably doesn't sleep again. Not well, anyway.
Well, you do find respite, even given the stressful sleep that you all have. Wake up the next morning, stone home. That same smell of goat bacon, eggs, wafting up from the kitchen below. You all head down, have a probably a quiet breakfast to yourselves, thinking about your dreams, maybe what you're doing. But you all know that you have to figure out what's going on. Save or we get to the bottom of what's happening in the Sky Metal Workshop. After you guys finish breakfast, you pack your things, grab your gear, and head back into the tunnel below. You get patted on the back by Trig, maybe a little squeeze on the shoulder from Sister Vonda on you, Sif. You feel her gaze hot on your ass as you enter the tunnel. And you guys arrive back at the double doors in front of the Sky Metal Workshop. Where do we go from here? Oh, get there first. Let's do that first.
I think at some point I'm like traveling back now that we're fully rested and more cognizant. I'm just having a kind of a back and forth conversation with Faraday. Just, the red book stood out. It looked enticing. I had no idea that it was gonna cause you to get teabagged all night. I'm so sorry. From now on, if we see something like that, we're gonna have Fen or Bertrand is strange doorkeep. We're gonna have one of them open it. Okay, I'm sorry. I would have done it, but I was really on my last leg in there.
Well, it wasn't technically a door, so I guess it's not that bad, but did you see when they almost got him with the fire thingy?
That was... Yeah, it looked like you were moving like Bertrand. That was...
I'm
I
watching
didn't know
and
you could do that.
God, I almost got him.
It's very impressive.
Not as old as I look.
It's true. How old are you, Mike? No, you don't have to tell me. That's all right. Keep the secret. Not to pull out of the roleplay, but there were some items that I don't know if we want to try to identify now that it's a new day. I don't want to forget about that.
We can get through those. Yeah, are they the stash? Let's see.
There was a light hammer.
There was. Anybody that wants to try and identify, go ahead and just make the rolls. I'll just run down the sheet. Quick and dirty. Hit them rolls. Oh, Anchor 89, what's up, brother? Thanks for joining.
So we are looking at...
Sorry, I'm currently looking at my spell preparation list because I realized that that's the thing I do as a cleric.
My spells were...
Did crafting be used to identify things?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I would be doing a crafting. Line GM roll.
Do you have any? Do you have specialized crafting, or is just?
I have magical crafting now.
Okay, perfect. All right. So that is enough for you to recognize. Ooh, maybe. Oh, I think you might be able to recognize them all.
Gotta catch 'em all.
So just to. Oh, interesting. I didn't know this. Just do that. So they are identified. So you took the time, maybe during breakfast or before, after, on the way. You've identified an oil, anti-corrosion oil, and a bottle of oil of weightlessness, oil of potency, and that arrowhead. It's a dragon bone talisman. So the anti-corrosion oil, you coat objects of 6 bulk or less with the oil. For 24 hours, the object takes half damage from acid and from all effects that specifically cause rust or corrosion. That seems very specific to this adventure.
Yes.
Oil of weightlessness. You spread a shimmering oil on an item of 1 bulk or less to make it feel weightless. It has a negligible bulk for 1 hour.
Ooh.
Oil of potency. You apply the viscous oil to a weapon or suit of armor. It immediately becomes magically potent. If it's a weapon, it becomes a +1 striking weapon, or if it's armor, it becomes a +1 resilient armor and lasts for a minute. The dragon bone arrowhead, the talisman, must be affixed to a melee or ranged weapon with a thrown trait, and you have to be an expert with the affixed weapon. The arrowhead that is carved from dragon bone hangs off the shaft of your weapon. When you activate the talisman until the end of your current turn, the affixed weapon gains the thrown 20 feet weapon trait. When you make a thrown strike with it, it flies back to your hand after the strike completes. If your hands are full when the weapon returns, it falls to the ground in your space.
I read fail too, and I was like, what the fuck?
And what about the unusual light hammer?
Did I miss
Will
that?
we be able to get that as well?
The nature of this light hammer is unclear.
Where's the hammer? Oh, I see it. Ooh, that's going to take a different check. So I'm going to do this.
Did I roll? Oh.
So you should be able to
Whoa.
hit any of those in chat to try to identify it.
I see
That's-
nature.
That's cool.
Oh.
Ooh.
Blind.
So I will just base. Okay, so calm down, guys.
No.
Ben, with
don't
your
have any of
28
that.
and criticals, I don't have any calm down.
I ain't got that spell.
I don't got that calm down. Your crit success with the 28, you identify it in your hands as a light hammer of a cold iron, +1 cold iron light hammer.
Damn.
It's worth
Lol.
80 gold.
I had enough to just throw.
I was just thinking of how that works. Like, logistically, I was like,
We
how
could
does
put
Fen figure that out via nature?
the arrowhead on that thing.
Yeah.
That's a good question. How would
I
you
was
figure
just
that
like, my thought was like, as Fen would like look over it, being in tune with nature and things that are natural and unnatural, I think maybe there might even be a way for him to be able to tell, like, this is made out of a different type of like ore or mineral than what is typical. And after spending however long it takes to do that process, comes to that conclusion after kind of going through the process of elimination.
Yeah.
Um,
It is so cold iron it works against fey creatures, right? So that might be something that falls into the category of nature. Maybe there's some druidic symbols you recognize on it to impart the magical abilities and potency on it.
something like that.
To help recognize it, I can see that. Cool. You identified some shit. Grab it.
What I was gonna ask way earlier, and I apologize I didn't, but I realized I was missing spells from my spell sheet. is while we were in town, and obviously we don't have to retroact it or anything, I was hoping that Fen might be able to snag a couple healing potions, as well as maybe a rune to slap on his trident.
I can transfer runes with magical craft.
Okay.
To do that, I think it would take 4 hours to transfer the rune. So you can roll a crafting check to see if that's done, as well as Fen. You can just spend the gold at half price for potions of lesser, I think.
Oh, okay. Find that.
We have a couple of. Looks like we currently have 3+1 runes on other items.
Right.
So we don't have to deal with that right now, but that might be something that we should.
If it's not useful to Bertrand, I could use the light hammer because I can still proc my strategic strike with it.
Yeah, definitely take that. I wouldn't use it much. If I'm going to be doing stuff in an offhand, he could, but if it comes to that, shit's already bad. So
Elsie has 1 lesser healing potion available to purchase for half price, 6 gold, and 1 minor at half price, which is 6 gold, or 2 lesser. Which one's? I always forget which one's the weakest.
Take it.
Minor's the weakest one. She's got 2 minors at 2 gold each.
Uh-oh.
And 1 lesser at 6 gold.
Take them on.
So here's the thing. Fen doesn't have a lot of gold.
We'll take it from the stash.
I've got a lot of gold.
Yeah.
We got 20.
Daddy Fairdeer.
Verdeer's got like 14, almost 15 gold, over 15 gold.
Oh wow.
We got 20 gold pieces in the stash.
Fair enough.
That's just pure coin, so feel free to use that.
Fair enough. I'll do that. Because yeah, Fen has all of 5 gold.
I have 13 silver.
Okay. So let's do. So you're buying all of it?
Yes.
So minus. Say 6. 10 minus 10 gold for all of it, and I'll just throw that into the stash.
Okay.
So there's 2. 1 lesser and 2 minor. There it is.
Go ahead and snag those.
Perfect. And it looks like the +1 light hammer was pulled. And which one did we want to transfer? Which rune did you want to transfer from, the greatsword to the hammer or the warhammer?
Both about the same.
Probably the greatsword because it's a higher bulk.
I was just gonna say that too.
True.
Okay, go ahead and make a crafting check. Secret.
Oh,
Or,
I
don't
rolled
think
it,
that
but
has to
I
be
can roll it again.
Oh no, you don't have to. Where's your roll?
A little bit up.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Yeah, it takes you 4 hours to do it, and you do it successfully. So you can add that trait to your weapon, Fen. And you guys show up a little bit in the maybe late morning to the door after all this is said and done.
There we go.
Perfect.
Does Fen want the dragon bone arrowhead? Because I think the trident would be an excellent weapon to be able to use that.
Oh. Yeah.
Because it does have throne, I believe.
We'll be able to use it to level 5. They have to have an expert with
Oh, that's true.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Bertrand
Forgot
might
about that.
probably be the closest one.
I don't think of court.
Is it only fighters that are
only
expert at this
fighters and gunslingers have expert level 1 to 5.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Okay. Yeah. But soon, because that is something I would like to be able to do with that weapon. Cool.
All right. All of our inventory and stash squared away now.
Yes.
You all have the doors that are still open, and all of you can very faintly make out wisps of rusted wind and magic wafting off the doors. Thin little with spiked doors.
So these doors are back to it then.
They're open, so you can walk through. It's just you remember that the doors had something about them.
As long as we keep in the center, I think it was
Yeah.
fine.
So everyone keep to the center line.
And of course, our usual party arrangement, right? Faraday's in front of me. I'm going to look at Bertrand as we move up into this room.
So are we going right? We're going all the way back to where there's those spawn jumped us.
I'll be honest, I couldn't see much in that room. So I don't know if there's anything interesting that we'd like to take a better look at now that we're not being attacked.
But I wouldn't be so. Almost seems like they were guarding something.
True, I'll take your word for it. I was very much unconscious at that point before I was dragged out of the room by you. Thank you again for that. But so I defer to party.
So I do remember there being a cage and potentially a cauldron in that room. But beyond that, I think there may have also been a pillar of some kind, similar to the first room that we almost died in.
Oh, you mean that?
I'm just going to point forward.
Yeah. Bertrand gets a sheepish look on his face, kind of rolls his eyes.
Damn tape.
My bad. I apologize. Well,
Can we just table that for now?
Well, should we go take a look at the secret room?
With our eyes, not our heads.
Yes. Is everyone in agreement?
Fen would be down for that, I think.
Eradir puts his hands in his each sleeve so you can't see his hands. He's like, don't touch anything.
Alright, so you guys make your way through the altar room. Move through a hallway that goes directly to the west.
Can we get some light in here? It's a dark tunnel.
Oh, that's right. Fen is gonna
I think Fen has
cast
it.
light.
I can also cast light.
Thank you, mate.
Then you
Alright.
move upward. More to the
Upward.
west.
There we go. One of those.
You guys
I
split the
can't
party
decide
for
which
a
door to
moment.
go to.
Oh no!
You enter the workshop where the ooze had
Yes.
And we have picked up our bows, I'm sure, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely picked up the bows
Just
on the way
for
out.
the record.
There is a
There's
door,
a door.
to the southwest of the lab with the spires at the center. But Fen enters the room where the two envy spawn had accosted them after opening the secret door. Let me read some flavor text for you as you enter this
Light.
secret laboratory. In here, there is the sluggish clicking sound that fills the air in this vast chamber. There's a wide, rusted metal cylinder that stands in the northeastern corner of the room. Long cables and articulated armatures from the cylinder to cube-shaped devices with ticking gears and monotonously clicking weights that swing in lazy circles. Just west of the metal cylinder, there's a copper cauldron that stands on a rusted iron stand. One of the legs has bent, growing weak from the encroaching rust. The fire under the cauldron has burned down to mere embers, but still glows slightly. In the southeastern corner sits a stone basin holding a broad, sloped bowl with runes carved along the outside rim. Across from the basin, in the southwestern corner, is a wooden cage built into the stone floor. Again, there are chalk-drawn runes that surround it. In the northwest corner, there's an empty bookcase that stands against the wall behind a staircase that descends into darkness.
Do these cages with these runes around them, does this seem like sort of like a summoning circle where you would bind like a demonic entity?
You can roll a knowledge check if you'd like.
Okay, I think it's, I don't know, is it this one? I don't know. I'll roll the knowledge check. Skills. Demon. Let's go.
Alright.
Faradir would say, I'm gonna have to raise my commission on this job.
Alright,
You and me
so
both.
you're investigating the cage to the wooden cage to the south.
I think it's the one with the symbols around it, so I believe that is that one.
Yes. So you're not entirely sure, to be honest. There's no markings inside the cage or outside of it. There's no scratch marks. It seems like it's been untouched.
So the symbology around it, is it engraved or is it like painted on? How's it presented?
That's a good question. It looks like it is a mix between arcane and divine.
Very dear. It's not a book, but this might be more of your expertise.
As long as I don't have to touch anything.
Just you see Sif's ears kind of drop.
Bertrand, you do see that the workbench up here, and as you were walking and you noticed that the spire, there is another spire here to the northeast that resembles the spires to the south. So you think it's another one of the fabled Rusthenge bases, and it does look like it is active and collecting energy. But it seems like, unlike the other workbenches that it's connected, the other spires were connected to, this magic is being directed deeper. Looks like it's there's something beneath this box, and it's redirecting the energies below.
Stiff, this machine is directing power to the lower levels.
See.
And Bertrand's just gonna kind of silently take his thieves' tools out, sheathe the rapier, and try to see if he can just like turn this off from outside. Probs won't be able to do anything, but we'll see.
Yeah,
He's
go
trying.
ahead. Try it.
You gonna try? Blind GM, thievery. There she be. Kind of just like this is like a grate on it, or is it like, so he's like trying to get his little tools in into the little holes.
Okay. So this device looks very different compared to the other ones. There's
Okay.
not as many moving gears on the inside. There's not as many little spots for you to put your tools, and you feel like you would actually risk breaking your tools if you were to try anything in here. I think that the only way to really stop this from working is to destroy it. To stop the connection or to destroy the entire box.
You will alert the group of that. There's not really anywhere I can access anything to turn it off, as it were. You would have to either break it open or destroy it somehow, but
I maybe wouldn't worry about turning it off. That might alert someone to our presence here.
They aren't alerted after all the death.
we have turned 2 off already. I feel like the third one might be the charm.
Oh, yes.
But is it
I
going to be
forgot.
like the first room, or is it going to be like, you mentioned on the way back that they just pulled a crystal out and turned it off?
Well, this one looks much more complicated. The smaller ones, there's way more gears there. I see a secret. There it is. This one, the other ones might have been like a prototype, but this one here seems to be the real deal. Yeah, the other ones where the construction is much more shoddy, but here it seems like the ideas were fully realized and can access it as easily as the other ones were. And I think we'd really have to put some elbow grease in here and destroy the thing if that's the route we'd like to take.
We can certainly try, but well, maybe only one of us wants to be in here to test and see what happens.
While all this is going on, can Fen look into this cauldron and see what's in there?
Yeah. It's the one to the southeast. Yes. So it is empty.
Oh.
Disappointing.
Anticlimactic.
Fen spits in it.
All right.
Now it's
It
filled.
lands.
Actua.
Oh no. Oh, that's alright.
Yeah, spit on that thing. You did spit on that thing.
I did spit on that thing and give it a little hot tour.
Yeah, it's empty. Whatever was in it has long dried up. There's no residue. It's rusted. Looks like it's falling in on itself slowly.
Stairs over here.
There are stairs over there.
Do they go up or down?
They go down. Down, down, down.
Out of curiosity.
Fair to go. Oh, yep, so
He gone.
he gone.
So I see, and I would assume Fen could see because of the light, that there are wires attached to this pillar thing.
Yes.
Do they seem cuttable, pierceable? Can I stab them?
Unforgettable.
Yep. And as you guys are kind of like exploring the northern area of this room, you see that the desk has items on it. Laying there,
Ooh.
you see 3 scrolls and a small stick.
Ooh, me.
Dibs on the stick, Mike.
A stick!
Thinking about scrolls.
The most important thing we found this entire dungeon, a stick.
Yeah, no, Bertrand picks it up and it's like, he pretends it's a gun. It's like, pew pew, ha ha ha. And then, I don't know what this is. It's somebody else.
It
Stupid
seems
thing.
to hum with a innate magical energy.
What is it?
It is a stick.
It's a stick.
A magical stick.
Yes.
A wand, perhaps.
It's a black stick. It's about maybe a foot in length and curved, smooth, round.
It's a back scratcher.
Can we do some identification? I don't know why that came out that way.
Identification? Yeah, absolutely.
I think I would like to start with the identify this unusual the scroll. Okay.
Yep.
I can do the scroll.
We can tackle different things, so we, you know,
Yeah,
so we don't stack up the times.
So
I also can't identify anything, so.
I was gonna tackle the unusual object with my Arcana because I got a plus 10 Arcana.
I can't use my craft on any of these because I got a plus 11, but we can do a full system. I'll try.
Wow.
Well, that one came in hot.
alright.
Why isn't it letting me roll? Oh, there it is.
Can I roll? Can we roll for each one, or do you want to? How do you want to do this?
So the first round, it looks like it's just so you guys are looking at one item each for this 10 minutes. So going from top to bottom, I'm just gonna take it as that. Faraday, you're not able to identify the first scroll. Fen, you're able to identify that.
Oh.
Sorry. Did you want to identify a specific one?
I rolled on the unusual object. I don't know if it matters, but.
Oh, the object. Okay, I see. That does. So you do fail on that. And then I'll take Fen for the first scroll, Sif for the next. So both of you are able to identify the two scrolls here. So one is a scroll of Mud Pit, the other is a scroll of Dispel Magic.
Nice.
And Fen, before you go over there and inspect the scrolls and take the time to do that, it does look like these cables can be cut or damaged if you put enough force into them.
Yeah, Fen would love to stab one.
Okay.
Huh.
You do so. Just double check something real quick.
Stab the pipe.
Bummer, we can only get 2 of those scrolls identified.
It's gonna take some time for you to be able to do it, but I'll say after another 15 or 20 minutes of hacking away at the cables, you're able to sufficiently damage them. And it seems like the magical energy is being collected from the spire's base, moving through the cables has just ceased completely, and the green glowing crystals from within and the gears kind of just come to a slow halt, and they dim. I think I said that. I don't know. But Bertrand, as everybody's kind of like perusing the room and looking over scrolls, you notice that there is something else in this corner here.
Oh no. He's like, what is it? Oh, it's what's in the box?
It's another Uncle Cat bus.
So you find that's fallen beneath one of the workbenches here, another stick. It's collected dust over time, but this stick again also hums with an innate magical energy, and it looks like it's a burnt stick at the end.
Who produced flame? I don't know. He is magically illiterate, but he is like, this looks like that other thing that they were looking at quite a bit. So it's like, oh mates, I found this thing here. Look at this
stick.
This one doesn't look as nice to scratch your back with, but
a sticky do.
Could use it for something.
If you guys want to take another 20 minutes or so to identify the rest of the items, feel free.
Bertrand's just like, he'll give Fen like a pat on the back, and he's like, great job with the cables there. I envisioned myself poking it with the rapier, and it wouldn't have been as productive as that was, so nicely done. I do appreciate you taking the time there.
Yes, 3 holes at once versus only one.
Yes, exactly. Efficiency, mate.
All right. So with these rolls, you're able to identify the rest of the items. You found a scroll of resist energy, a wand of grease, which is the little black
Ooh.
one, and then a wand
blackie.
of breathe fire, which looks like a branch that's
Cool.
burnt at the end.
Someone got a little aggressive with making s'mores.
Who can? How does using scrolls and wands work? Do you need to know the spell or?
Yes.
You can't. Yeah, you can like overcharge a wand if you don't. If it's not on your list, I think.
You can trick magic item too,
That's
right?
what
But
it is.
Yeah.
is that a? Do you have to have the feat, or is that just skill related?
I think it is skill related, but I know you can only use a wand once per day.
You can overcharge it and it can break.
Yeah, it says activate cast a spell. So, what about there's no requirements to use it? Like, anybody can use a wand, kind of thing.
Anchor is saying it's a skill feat.
Theoretically, yeah.
What?
Skill feat, UMD, or trick magic device.
If the spell is a common spell from your spell list, or is a spell you know, you can use it. Use a single recall knowledge action to automatically succeed. If it's not, you must identify magic in order to use it.
Well, Faradir can cast and knows Mud Pit and Dispel Magic, so maybe he could take those. Have them as extra castings.
All right, yep, just drag those straight onto your
is
token.
Grease?
It says here that it is everything is
Arcane and primal.
Oh, so
yeah.
Ben, can you cast primal spells being a cleric at Gazra?
I think I can only cast certain ones.
Yeah, and then breathe fire is arcane and primal also.
tight.
It's cool. Release a small cone of flame from your mouth. So you like put the wand up to your throat, and just like flames comes out.
That's fun.
Right before that, I cast Bullhorn, so it's like a giant flame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Fen can cast primal spells, other
Yeah,
than
divine,
the very
right?
specific ones that Gazra gives through that he would get through different levels.
Right, because your spell tradition is divine.
Right.
Take a little druid dip.
Dupe. That might happen in a couple levels. We'll see.
But you can take the resist energy, right? Scroll of resist energy. Can you do that? That's divine.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I would say I've not had to use scrolls before, so this is a new territory for me.
Same. Not gonna
Faradir's
lie.
willing to take it all. I'm just trying to not take it.
Right, no, totally get that.
Yeah, resist energies, arcane, divine, occult, and primal.
Okay, so I will take those then.
The one
I mean, Sif was able to identify some of this stuff, but he's just like,
Look, I can read it, but I can't use it.
so I just hand everything over to Van and Faradir.
It's like learning a language. I can read it, but
So,
Yeah.
Wand of Grease
Okay.
and Wand of Breathe Fire could be used in tandem together to do something cool.
essentially.
Should we just throw them in the group chat or the group loot for now?
Yeah. Yeah, unless you can like immediately use it, I think just toss it in the stage.
I don't know. I mean, I think. Do you have to know the spell to cast it?
It has to be your tradition.
Exactly.
Arcane,
have to know
yeah.
it.
Yeah, so Grease and Breathe Fire are both arcane, and that's me.
So
The other ones
you can
are
use
too.
both of those. Then.
So, should I just take those if I'm going to be the one to use them?
Just grab it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Merchant's like, this is toilet paper to me. I fucking...
I could reverse Hot Wheel with these any day,
Exactly.
which
With
is the
pleasure.
right way to wipe.
I don't.
We're not
accept
going to
it.
divulge or get back into that one. It's just
That's Patreon content for
exactly.
another day.
Yeah.
That was a long tangent.
Oh, that's funny though. All right, so you guys
Demonstrations now on
sufficiently
Patreon.
looted demonstrations. Oh gosh. I'll use 2
Sure, that's
watermelons.
OnlyFans.
Use 2 arms. Yeah. All right. Bertrand wants to like look down the stairs.
All right, you look down the stairs, and they go down.
End of sentence.
I'm gonna look over Bertrand's shoulder.
They go down, mate.
They go down into darkness.
Yeah, Bertrand will like step aside. Can you see down there?
You have light on you. You can see as far as your light goes. The
I'll
darkness.
step in a little bit and start kind of like peeking and looking, seeing if I can.
It is a very tight hallway, all of worked stone. Every step seems to be made with intention, and it's smooth work stone. It feels old though, and you can't see past your light. It just continues on deeper into the darkness below.
Oh, it seems like this one might be a trek. Are we ready to go forward? I don't particularly want to be in front. I'm not wearing the armor. Ben?
I don't want to be in the back.
Yes.
Let
I
me
think-
let me switch. So
Oh no, no, I'm in the front.
All right.
Yeah, I think Sam would be comfortable going at the front with shield and trident raised.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, we're like shuffling around each other. No, put your elbow down. There we go. Right around there. Nice.
How about we do this formation and find out what's at the bottom of these stairs after this 5-minute break?
Sounds good.
I did
Co
it.
DM.
next time.
Yeah. Next time on Staircase
We'll be right back.
to Doom.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Back from our short break. Thank you for sticking with us as we move to a new scene and map for the players to die in, maybe. Again,
Possibly.
3rd session in a row. I hope not.
Wouldn't
God
surprise
damn
me.
You're the death dealer, but technically there hasn't been really a lot of death for us.
You
Not
guys
yet.
are doing a lot of death.
What
How would you say that?
Almost died.
It's my morbid fascination as a GM. I'm like, do we want a TPK? No, but my GM brain is like, let's fucking do it.
All right. So you guys make your way down westward from that
Making my way
strange
downtown.
laboratory. After you successfully destroyed the cables from the spire to that maybe, I don't know how you call it, the working and fully tested workbench, you gain another disruption point. So you have 4 now. The staircase that goes down to the west travels for about 100 or so feet until you come to a room. A room unlike any you've seen before. It is a 40-foot high chamber that's brightly lit by flickering flames inset into small silver-lined nooks. The carefully controlled light artfully illuminates several painted frescoes on the opposite wall. This tall gallery hosts finely crafted depictions of a horned and hooved giant in rusted full plate, accomplishing great tasks of utter destruction,
Oh.
with the last in series showing some sort of ritual. Part of the wall in the southeast corner has caved in somewhat, but the hallways exiting the chamber to the north and south are still intact. To the west, there's a massive 15-foot... Hold on. Make sure to do this real quick. So you can open the door. I don't think you're not supposed to open the door. To the west, there's a massive 15-foot wide iron door that seals the passage beyond. Sharp spikes and blades of rusted metal cover the entire surface of the door. As you Fen, you step down, but before you step down from the staircase onto the flat floor, but before you do so, you notice and hear the sounds of creatures hiding in the shadows just to the south west at the base of the stairwell.
I feel like I would kind of quickly and quietly turn to the others on the staircase. Fen would say, "Please keep everything down. There's something in the room with us. I know not what it is, but it is on the other side of these stairs. On the other side of this wall, even."
Bertrand nods.
Yeah. Have my weapons out.
Yeah, rapier out.
I feel like
Verdir would have his guns out.
Rips the sleeves off his robes.
Yeah.
His 2 wands.
His 2 sticks, yeah.
Takes a new meaning to a 2-stick build.
All right. Well, I think would Fen realize which direction the sound is coming from, or
yeah, you hear like rustling and maybe even the sound of like metal against stone briefly, as if somebody was putting the haft of a weapon to the ground in preparation for an attack.
Ooh. Lovely. Shoot. What should Fen do right now?
Roll initiative.
Oh God.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's
All right.
Let's do
Oh,
that.
My agency.
Nice. It's 2 natural ones from some folks.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, bummer.
I am in the back, so.
All
Tim,
right,
I have
so
my
let's-
bow this time. I'm not throwing my bow.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I've learned.
All right, to start this battle off, we've got a sin spawn from the corner here. Runs up.
Oh, well.
Halberd already out.
Unpleasant.
First action moves up and swings on Fen.
I'm here to you as well. Now shut up.
And this is second action. Sorry, third action, second attack. Zazmak! And we go to Bertrand.
Was
All right.
the second attack a miss as well, I'm assuming?
It was, yes. Sorry.
Okay. It's okay. I was like, that's the name of their deity, so I can't tell if that was a good thing or a swear.
I'll do my best to hit next time.
Or you
Yeah,
could
right.
not. I mean, you could roll at permanent disadvantage. That's fine.
Bertrand takes a step through. One step through. Yeah, he does a Led Zeppelin war cry. Everybody's like, that's weird. I've never heard of that. Fuck. Yeah, he's going to try to just come to Fen's aid here. He's going to... So he strides through Fen Square, 10 feet, right up against the door with all the iron and rust on it. It's not an attractive door at all to him, so he is not interested in it at the moment, thank God. And then he will quick draw... Oh no, the rapier was already out. Ah, that's right. Yes, I'm stupid. I forgot that I said that. So he's going to feint.
Fen's warning.
Yes, exactly. He's able to pull it out, whip it out, as it were. So he has that rapier out. he is going to feint upon this foul creature.
When in doubt, whip it out.
Exactly this. Exactly that. That's a 15
That's
on the
exactly
die.
what we do.
That is a
For a total of a
success.
26. I
That
thought I
might
targeted
be
him.
That is a crit success.
Sorry, I thought I targeted him.
That's all right.
Looks like he's targeted on my thing, but I don't know. See him with their little red arrows on the thing. Anyway, so crit success on that. So, oh, I should have done it as a feint here. That's why I don't think that's
yes, that's right. So he's
awful.
off guard to you, correct?
Correct. I'm just gonna. I think he's off guard to everyone for like the remainder.
Oh, because it was a crit fail.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't see a crit success.
I thought there was one on a feint.
I don't see one, so there's.
All right, I'll look
Oh.
it up in my off turn, but in the meantime, he is going to attack, strike out with the rapier.
A critical success is he's off guard until the end of your next turn.
Oh, that's dope.
So he's off guard for 2 turns to you, Bertrand.
Perfect.
That's true.
So that
It's
is
also true.
it's also true. A 23 to hit, which is a hit per foundry. This is a finisher.
Sounded very French right there. Foundry.
Foundry. 3d6. Oh, not great. 2, and a 3 for a total of 7 points of damage.
Takes 7 points of damage.
And it is Bertrand's turn. It says, "Ah, bitch."
So
That's it.
threatening.
He just calls all these sin spawns are just
Bunch of
bitch.
bitches.
Theradir. Oh,
I also love how Bertrand's accent has changed no less than 3 times this episode.
It's been a long day. It's a long day. My mouth. Oh, I'm not gonna keep talking.
I want to know where that mouth was going.
No.
What that mouth?
That mouth too.
What that mouth do?
Oh no.
All right, so this one, first action steps up to Bertrand. Halberd is already out. It's going to swing twice. All right, second action, first attack. Third action, second attack. And both miss. Oh, one hit, sorry. One hit with a 29.
Ooh, that's a good. That's a good chunk.
That's going to hurt for 11 points of damage.
Oh
As
shit.
he slashes the halberd down across your chest. And then we
into
move
the
to
ouchie
Faradir.
pouchy.
Faradir
Back
and then
ouchie.
Sif to follow.
Theradir is going to target the one in front of Bertrand,
Hydrate, y'all.
and
Aye,
he is going to give him the most intimidating of glares.
Okay. Oh, we can barely see you too. That is a success. That is a
29.
crit success even.
Just sees his eyes in the darkness.
Glowing purple eyes.
When he looks into Faradir's purple eyes, it zones deeper and it shows Faradir are super powerful. He's like, oh!
So with a crit success on the intimidate, he is frightened too.
Yeah, baby. And with that, 1 action demoralize, 2 action electric arc. It's gonna first target it's gonna target both of them.
All right, so both are going to make empty some saves here. Both succeed. Roll your damage and they'll take half.
I dare you.
Both will take 3 points of damage. Oops, this one too. Wait, they both take it? Sorry. This one takes half. And so does this one. There we go. Alright. Next up, we have Sif, and then Fen. Closing round 1.
Not a great space to be fighting in. Doesn't look like I can move up. Or say one move action, and then I'll try to slap this guy from around the corner. I think.
Okay. Give him a little bit of cover.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a standard attack against him. We're not gonna do my my special.
Okay.
15 is, I think that's just a miss, unfortunately.
That is a miss.
Yeah, I think trying to get in around the wall between Fen and it's just, I'm used to the hatchet, which is a little longer, and this weapon, it's not working for me. Third action, I'm gonna raise my shield, so if he hits me, he doesn't crit me, hopefully. And that is my turn. With my massive 18 AC at level 3. Yeah.
Getting
All
up
right.
there.
Then get after.
All right. So, I think Fen is going to just start going at it. He's gonna swing at this one in front of him. His Trident.
Ooh!
Oh,
With a
All right.
26 is a critical hit.
26. We love to see it. All right.
Yes, you
Let's
do.
roll some crit damage here. Come on, Gazra. All right. Not what I was hoping for, but not bad. That's 10 points. Yep, 10 points of piercing damage.
It's nothing to scoff at.
Nothing to scoff at, and that's swing number 1. So you know what? We'll take it.
Reels back in pain. Oh,
And then Fen is going to use the momentum from that swing to swipe again at this guy. I realize what I should have done first now, but that's fine. I'll do that next time. All right. Fen got a 21 on the second strike.
Oh yeah, dog.
Nice.
And let's see what we get for damage as he swings back around using that momentum. All right, 4 points of piercing damage. It's something.
Sure is.
And then for his last action, Fen is going to attempt to do what he should have done in the first action. He's going to attempt to trip this thing. And I think this is where I'd like to use Assurance from Athletics to get a 17.
To get behind him? Or, sorry, what are you attempting?
No, to trip him.
Trip, I see.
Yep.
Trip is versus their fortitude.
I
Just double
believe
check
so.
here.
They have it
Trip,
macroed.
trip, potato chip. It is against a reflex.
Reflex. Okay.
17 is not enough, unfortunately.
Dang. Okay. All right. Well, I tried.
Yeah.
Steps
that's-
over. Steps over your attempt to trip him with your trident. It looks cool, but he just backsteps maybe away
Sure.
too quickly.
Fair enough. All right. That is Fen's turn.
All right, top of round 2. We got the envy spawn in front of Fen, targeted, halberd in hand. So one thing I didn't do last time is attempt to bite. He doesn't feel the might of the envy spawn, so I think he's going to lunge forward with his first attack to attempt to bite. Fen, 19 on the die. That is a hit.
Oh, 19 on the die. Okay, I was gonna say 19 doesn't hit me. Haha.
On
Not
the
a crit.
die.
That's impressive. Not a
All
crit
right,
on
so
that.
you're going to take 10 points of damage
Ay.
as well as roll a save. Go ahead and roll a will save, please.
Okay.
He chomps down. So maybe like you lunge forward with a trident to try to trip him. He backsteps and then lunges forward with that momentum to bite down on your shoulder, neck even.
I hate finding out what that mouth do.
With his tentacled
That's an 18.
tentacled jaw-like
Hit you
mouth,
on the neck.
latches down, rips at your flesh, blood's leaking everywhere, and you feel this slight emotion of just being envious towards maybe Bertrand or Sif, or their courage, or I don't know. What would
Bertrand's
something
hair
Bertrand's
and
hair.
Sif's height.
Maybe even envious
Sif's fur.
of your old masters back at the circle, the high priests back in Sandpoint, envious of their power and their faith in Gazra. But as soon as that emotion comes over you, it wisps away into nothing again. Why am I thinking about that right now? I gotta focus.
There's too much happening. I need to focus on what's in front of me right now.
And then as it wrenches free of your neck, it'll smile with its open jaws and loose tongue and come down upon you with its halberd for its second attack and second
Ew.
action. And that's a crit miss.
Does that trigger?
Not smiling for now. Ooh, does that trigger
does that trigger
Bertrand's
yours?
thingamabob?
Even though it was targeted at you?
You turn the tables on a foot who fumble. Oh, let me pull up the bigger thing. When you're a strike against you. Nope.
Oh,
Alright.
Wow.
I was really hoping it was going to be a creature within
Wow.
reach.
That'd be
Yeah, I
cool.
tried.
Too cool. Third action.
I have a cool thing coming at level 4 for somebody standing next to me.
He's going to take a step.
We're not there yet.
Does that? Anybody have reactions to that move action?
Nope.
Is it a step or a
Unfortunately.
stride?
It was a step.
No.
Okay.
I don't think we could then anyway.
I don't think anyone gets a reaction to a step.
You never know. Maybe that's some high level stuff. But all right, that's the end
Wrath
of
of
the turn.
Gazra, a lightning bolt strikes through and eliminates the creature.
Exactly. Yeah.
Shania Twain blaring in the background.
Bertrand, you are
D&D
up.
Storm Cleric.
All right, Bertrand will.
I wanted to be a storm cleric, but it wouldn't let me.
Shania Twang.
He doesn't want to get into further in, since if he tumbles through here, he'll have 2 right on either side of him. So he's just gonna do a little old thing.
The one in front of you is, what is it, like off guard and demoralized?
Is it off guard?
This one
It
is
was-
off
It's
guard.
off guard to you till the end of this turn. Yeah.
Oh,
The
that
one
one.
that the one that moved is,
It
but I don't
does-
want to.
It doesn't look like it's doing so hot. It is near death.
Yeah, having to move around the one that's right in front of him is, with this tight room, he's not feeling like that's the best play. So he's just gonna feint on the one right in front of him. That's a natural 2, for a total of 13, which should still be a failure. At least it's not a crit fail. Anyway, he's going to. You know what? He's going to try it again. Why is that on?
Okay.
Sorry, my dueling parry accidentally got turned on. I don't know why. Is it okay, sorry. Yep, that's a 14 on the die for a total of a 25. So that is a successful feint.
Yep.
Panache gained.
Off guard.
It's off his gourd.
Off his gourd. I don't know why I
he's-
said it like that.
It's all good.
He's off his gourd.
He'll strike out. Ooh, so close to an at 20, but that is a 14 on the die for a 23.
Definite hit.
Confident finisher.
Definitive
That is
hit.
10 points of damage.
Ooh,
The dude him.
damage is done.
That is his 10, mate.
To this
Ah, bitch.
to show our, I'm just gonna show our audience real quick again
Yes.
what they're fighting. Them things. Sin
Them
spawn.
dangs.
Specifically envy spawn. Alright, good turn.
I wanted to point out with these sin spawns too, the armor that they're wearing looks like they may have used to have been humanoid.
Yeah,
They are
I can't help but
humanoid.
wonder if maybe they're fallen acolytes of Gorum.
Or like former guards of Stonehenge with the what do they have?
Stonehenge.
Rusthenge, god damn it.
It has returned.
The
I feel
Irish
like
guards.
Stonehenge.
Alright, so
Irish guards.
it is this one's turn, the one in front of Bertrand. It is going to attempt to do the same thing. It's gonna bite.
It is frightened too.
It is frightened too.
Does that make it run away?
Nope.
What's that?
Oh, natural one!
Oh, that's a crit miss.
That's a crit miss, so your reaction goes off.
Trigger. I'll trigger a reaction.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Smack him.
Just a standard old slang-a-lang-a-ding. That's a hit with a 20.
Sure is.
1d6 points of damage. 1 damage.
What?
Oh.
I like
bummer.
it.
Yeah, I
Better
know
than
you do.
that.
It's all good. He just finds an opening and just barely takes a little chunk off of his shoulder.
Alright, you nick at his little open-jawed mouth tendril.
Yeah.
And
Take a tooth off.
it's gonna. I think he's actually gonna take a step back. It's his second action, and third action is gonna be a swing. This halberd
Oh yeah.
with
With
reach,
that reach.
Zialbid.
and that's a critical miss again.
He
Fucking
Bertrand
two.
sees the opening, but he's too
Can't do
slow. He
anything.
can't react. Yeah. No, I know. It's just narrating it.
Yeah.
Narrating it.
They're dying.
Alright, Fairdew, you are up, followed by Sif.
Oh, Faradir, the fact that he can't see, he's gonna move 5, 10, 15 feet.
Excuse me.
Pardon me. What's your
And he is gonna cast a little spelly called Ignition on the one here. He snaps his finger, sending fire at the beastie. And he hit.
with a 15.
That off guard though.
All because he's frightened and off guard. Wow.
Oh, he should have been off guard
Yeah.
for that, but I think. Oh yeah, no.
Should have been frightened too, right?
frightened
We
one.
frightened one.
Off guard 2 shouldn't have been on. Sorry, so that would have been a miss. Apologize.
Wasn't he frightened too, though?
Yeah, but it goes down at
It
the
goes
beginning
down
of his
after a
turn.
round.
Oh, so that was a miss.
It was a miss. Sorry
Yeah,
about that.
unfortunately.
Keep pulling out these cool fire moves, and it always,
Yeah, exactly.
always just misses.
It's like, you're not
One
a
of these
fireman.
days.
Sorry, man.
I got that line to breathe fire. He's just like thinking he is, though, you know? That's his turn.
He wants to be so bad.
All right. One day he'll grow up to be a pyromancer. Sif, your turn.
Oh. Fire kineticist. Yep.
Yep.
I'll take a. Well, can I take a step here?
Yep.
Around. Okay, cool. So just take a step.
Sure.
Not a great move, but it's what I got. He's injured and he's near death. So I'm gonna take a step around, and as I do, I'm gonna kind of look this dude up, and we're gonna see if we can strategic strike him. So I'm going to devise a stratagem. See if we can get it to work. Soon in effect. With a 16 on the die, I think we're definitely in that. That might crit hit, actually. I don't know what his AC is.
16 on the die. What's your bonus?
Let me, with intelligence, plus 10.
Yeah, that's a crit. You would
Okay.
not be a critical hit.
So, yeah, I'm gonna step up. I'm gonna see this one kind of a little bit off balance here, and I'm just gonna take the Warhammer and in the words of Deadpool, right up Main Street, and but we're gonna go for the jaw. So let me roll some damage. And we got the strategic strike. So it's gonna be 16 points of cold iron bludgeon damage.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And that is on the one directly to your south.
Yes.
You can describe your kill.
Nice.
Yeah, I think just as the hammer connects with the jaw, I think the three kind of like this flare out, it opens, and so it just hits the upper jaw and takes the upper jaw off. As I just make full eye contact with this other guy because I am fucking tired of these things. But that is my turn, and so he can crit hit me all day because I have an AC of 16.
All right, it falls. The creature falls backwards, its head landing on the rubble behind it, and just goes limp, halberd falling to the ground. Then you are up.
All right. So I think Fen, from where he's standing now, he is going to, going off of the kill that Sif just got, feel a little bold. So he is going to ready a divine lance to throw at this other one. Hopefully not embarrass himself.
Oh no!
And he did with a nat 1, because why wouldn't he, to be honest?
God. All right. So
Okay.
Are you
it's
stabbing
'cause-
me in the back right now?
What's
It's
the
because you
No,
didn't say.
thankfully.
what's the
It's
fumble?
'cause you didn't say "Let's go, girls" first.
Right, that is what it is. I cursed Gosra by not chanting the battle cry.
The holy words.
So the fumble is magic fatigue. You can't cast any spells until the end of your next turn. That's not terrible.
It's
Not
not.
the worst thing.
Mm.
I I'll take
Situation's not so bad right now for that to be a concern, I think.
it.
Yeah.
Right. So I think with his last action, Ben is going to move in on this thing to maybe distract it from Sif. And that's all you can do.
All right. Here we are. Top of round 3. Bertrand, start us off.
All right, Bertrand is going to get on up in there. He's going to take a 10-foot, 5-foot. Boy, move. I can't seem to.
Ruler?
I shouldn't be. I don't know when I would have clicked it. I might have accidentally somehow done that. Anyway, he moves up and in,
And
adjacent
through.
through Sif.
Uh,
Does that trigger an attack
it
of
might.
opportunity?
I think it does. Because you're technically moving through its space, right? Or through
I'm moving through a threatened square, yeah.
within reach. Yep, that would provoke a reaction, reactive strike even, and it'll swing at you. Halberd, swing!
That's why I tried telling one of my 5e players
Dang
when
it.
it came to attack of opportunity, but he didn't like that.
It's a 12 total and a miss. So,
Ooh,
Bertrand,
nice.
continue your turn, please.
Bertrand moves up. Says that was a bad swing, bitch. And he will faint.
I don't know why I think that's so funny.
It's so dumb. I don't know why I keep saying it. It's a fumble on
I understand.
Oh,
I am on the feint. I am now off guard against melee attacks. The
Hooray!
target attempts against me until the
Hooray.
end of my next turn.
Wonderful.
So he like steps up and around. He dodges out of the way of this attack, but then as he goes to feint, he steps on some of this rubble here and twists his ankle a little bit, and is kind of like stumbling and on these pebbles and detritus here. And he is going to, with his last action, raise his rapier with a dueling parry to boost his AC, because he's like, whoa, what is happening. He's a little off guard here, so he's going to try to counteract that by raising his AC effectively with shield. And that'll be the end of his turn.
All right. Go to its turn. Let's see here. Does it notice your vulnerability?
No.
It does. It's
She-
gonna yell out something. Ah, za, smack. As
Yes.
it swings its halberd at your face 3 times.
You know what I really think it was yelling? It was yelling, Zara's Mock performs the reverse Hot Wheel.
Swing, swing, swing. Miss, miss, and miss. Wonderful.
This thing's
That's
I was
Its
pathetic.
going to
turn.
protect you tonight.
And Fairdeer, you are up.
All right. Well, this thing is immune to demoralize for 10 minutes since I did it once already. I believe we've already figured out that it's immune to like Von Mo, right?
Don't speak your language.
Yeah. So spells it is. I don't want to use. I'm not going to use any higher level spells because why? So I'm going to hit him with the old needle dick darts.
Dick darts.
2 action
dart.
dick darts.
Needle dick darts.
Let's see, what do I got there? 16. I missed with the needle dick darts. That's 2 actions. My last action. Alright, what can I do? That's all. He's just gonna step forward.
Hey.
Hydrate.
All right.
Got
After
another hat.
Fairdeer, it is Sif.
Yeah, so looking at this thing in the corner here, we're gonna do the strategic strike again. Let me devise a stratagem. So what we got, a 2 plus a 10. I don't think it's gonna hit.
Nope.
What can I do? So now I am forced to attack with that. Son of a bitch! I should just attack. Oh, am I super forced or can I bite him? Let me see. Let me see real quick. My stratagem.
Yeah, end up being the dagger situation all over again with that cultist. Just keep on missing each other.
Right. If you strike the chosen creature later this round, you must use the result for your strike's attack roll instead of rolling. So I don't think I can change the type of strike. It's just stuck there.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Son of a bitch.
2 actions. Something else.
Well, can I try to trip him instead? Since would it just suffer map?
Ooh, I think Trip. Does Trip have the attack trait? Let's check. Let's take a look. See, it does have the attack trait, so it would use that.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
That's why using assurance on an athletics check to trip at the end of your thing is good.
Well, I
So don't
have
take no map.
insurance.
No, I know.
That's what
That's
I
sorry.
thought was a good idea.
That's what I was like referring to the top of the F with Cody's top of the combat, I guess.
Yeah, for
He
like
took his reaction.
Mm-hmm.
he did.
Can I squeeze myself back here?
Yeah. See why not?
I want to squeeze myself back there so that he is flanked
The
by
wall.
Fen.
Eat you. No, I'm just kidding. It looks like it's eating him.
Yeah.
It does, yeah. So I'm gonna squeeze myself back there, and just as I go, like lean up against the wall, I'm just gonna kind of raise my shield. But now he is flanked, and it is Fen's turn. I'll raise my shield.
This is where we need like the status surrounded.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
this thing is
Oh, I forgot about that mechanic.
just
Like double off guard.
right, -4.
Giving
Yeah,
us
truly,
+8
yeah.
to everything.
I seen
Alright.
something on a podcast. Someone doing a critical on an aid and gave him a +3 or something.
Oh wow, that's insane.
All right, Fen is going to take advantage of the situation and strike out with his trident for 23 to hit.
That is a hit.
Damn.
Get him! Yeah. All right, so that's 5 points of piercing damage, and then gonna Tazmak yourself, and then he's gonna come back around, try to stab again. Yeah.
Zazmaka!
Yes, Tazmak.
Cultists. That's
Uh,
all ever that's on their mind.
It's true.
And then I think for his last action, he is going to instead. Can I cast it from here? Yes. Okay. He's gonna cast guidance on Bertrand, to give him a little extra bonus in his coming round, turn, whatever. That's Sven's turn.
All right. Top of round 4, Bertrand.
All right. Yeah, Bertrand is
30.
still like stumbling on the on the old stones here, trying to gain his footing correctly. But he will just strike at this thing. Stab. It's a 14 on the die. Total of a 23.
It's a hit.
That is a hit.
Murder!
Yes, 2 points of damage.
Maybe.
No, probably not. Oops, this is
Laugh.
the second attack. Bertrand says, "Bitch." Take off guidance. Roll. That's an 18 on the die for a 22.
Hit.
It's a hit. Please be good. 1d6
Oh.
damage. 6 points of
Yeah.
damage.
Ugh.
He says, "That's right, bitch." And then he will. Fuck it. He will strike out one last time
One more time.
with a -1 after the map. You gotta have a nat 20 here or something real high.
Oh,
It's a critical miss.
Not a natural one.
An 8.
No fun.
No.
No fun.
And that is the end of his turn.
All right. Let's get a look at you, Bertrand. Let's get a look at you. Let's get a
That's it. She's gonna look at you.
3-action look. 3-action stare. Zazmak.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
It's gonna try and bite Bertrand. Miss. It's gonna try and swing its halberd at Bertrand. Close quarters. That is a miss as well. And it's just gonna fall over and die. Because it's gonna miss again.
Critical
Fen
miss.
Puts
All
a
right,
gentle hand on his shoulder. It's just like, I understand. I do. And then he kills it.
On the crit miss, reactive reaction to hit. It's an 18 on the die for a 27.
That's a hit.
Let's just kill this guy. 5 on the die.
5 on the die.
Oh,
Describe
Hey.
your kill.
Yeah, he just stabs him, and he comes, gets him deep with the rapier, and pulls his head close, and he whispers in his ear, "Bitch." And he just pushes him off of him, and he crumples to the ground in front of
Yep.
him.
And then he.
And it's like, Zazmak, and then he dies.
If he wasn't gonna die that round, I was gonna step, faint, fire touch again for fun because I was like, I know we're gonna win this fight. I can afford to do this.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
That's
that's
the exact opposite of the other fight with them.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys were fully healed and ready to fucking rock this time.
That's true, yeah.
I think
You didn't
before
have your sorcerer in the doorway.
Yeah.
I think before we end, we should open one of these doors.
Yeah.
Do it.
So there's the tunnel to the south that goes down. There's a door to the north, and then the large iron door that is decorated to match the frescoes across the entirety of the walls in this this room that the stairs have landed in. So north, west, or south?
We've been going west all the time, right?
Right. I
Yeah.
almost feel like we
If
should
you're
go.
trying to go somewhere important, you don't want to go too far from the stairs. You can go straight.
I mean, the main crazy doors are like right in front of us.
Right.
Bertrand
But-
and Finn are the door openers. I'm just looking at them. I'm looking at Bertrand.
I'm not opening a fucking thing.
He's like, I already fucked up once. I'm not doing it again. Maybe I'll describe the frescoes on the wall too a little bit. So from left to right, the first fresco shows a figure covered in full plate, donning a rusted helm that seems to spread its rusted decay to the rest of his armor. It seems to be like spreading as far as it could be depicted in an art piece. The second fresco shows the figure underwater, walking among crumbling coral and battling three-eyed fish creatures with several long tentacles. His rusty armor forming an orange cloud in the water as he walks through. The third fresco depicts the figure standing in a wheat field, decay and rot spreading from his rusty form as he battles an antler-headed man and a leaf-crowned woman, both covered in boils.
A rastal. Someone else.
The fourth fresco shows the rusted warrior standing on a violet stone mesa, with islands of multicolored stone floating in the background. Angels and devils work together to fight him, but his mighty rusted mace shatters their bodies and withers their flesh. In the fifth fresco, he marches through an infernal city, toppling jagged towers by rusting their foundations and turning all he touches to ruin. A quad-horned devil cries out in anguish in the background. Finally, in the sixth fresco, there's a beam of red-brown light that falls on a raised stone dais surrounded by black-robed figures in supplication. A single black-robed figure stands in the foreground, arms raised in praise as the souls of the supplicants swirl out of their bodies and around a single rusted horn, seemingly broken from the rusted warrior's helm. A shadow seems to grow from the horn, forming the silhouette of a warrior clad in full plate armor. The immense door to the west looks extremely heavy and way too rusted. And that's kind of everything that's splayed across the walls and the iron doors. It's all mingled in, and surprisingly still holding all of its colors. The frescoes are holding its colors pretty well amidst all that.
It's
I don't know if
beautiful.
that I don't know if that helps decide what door to go through or not, but it's intense.
Yeah, it's cool as fuck. Bertrand's dumb and doesn't know what any of that means.
I think that figure might be Zara's Mock.
Yeah.
Damn, that was one hell of a trade wounds.
I was while this is all happening, Finn is going to be using some of his natural medicine to heal himself up after that fight real quick. Got a crit success on it. Well, I do not know if we'll be able to get through this door in front of us. Perhaps we should try. I don't know, should we just potentially head into the tunnel to the south? Perhaps whatever made that tunnel also could not get through the door.
Certainly an easy path to go on. This Zara's Mark seems to be full of himself.
As is typical of demons.
Exactly.
I know you up to taking the lead again.
I think I can do this. Now that I have learned how to use Gozra's magic and a little bit of healing mud, more or less, to cure my own wounds, I think I am good to go. So
Can we say Sif was healing or treating wounds on Bertrand during that time as well?
Do I need to catch you first?
I'm down 11.
11.
I mean, anything that you can do. I don't think you need to. You don't have to risk it, Mike. Anything, just patch me up a bit. I think I'll be all right.
All right.
No extra cuts, please. Not today.
No,
Not yet.
extra cuts.
Not yet.
Not ready.
Bless you, Cody.
thank you.
Use my expanded healers kit this time.
There you go. Oh, natural one.
Not the nat one.
So I take
You
7
take
points of
7
damage.
points. You should have let me do the other.
Yeah.
And now he's immune to your treat wounds.
Only for 10 minutes.
Well, that didn't work, mate. I'm wounded 1.
It's true. I'm wounded. Got some
Would you
potions to
like
drink.
me?
Oh,
Would you
God,
like
that
me
too.
to try? You're not immune to mine.
Oh, please. Just, yes, that'd be great.
Alright, so 30 minutes go by as you guys
shouldn't
are
have
hanging out in
moved.
this room.
I'm sorry, I'm fidgety. This is too many doors.
Oh, sorry, 20 minutes after this one.
Alright.
Is Fairdew doing anything? Is they're having a threesome of treat wounds?
Yeah, I'm
No,
just
I think he's
receiving.
just sitting there, sitting on his hands.
Okay. Trying not to open doors.
Thank you, mate.
There's just like a
I tried.
small hint of jealousy, right? Because Sif has been sort of like the healer outside of the spells, and just
Yeah.
seeing you like walk up and like not fuck up.
Fen keeps moving into the corner to the southwest, and I don't know why.
That's because I moved him.
And,
That's why.
Shoving himself
It's-
into the rubble.
Well, wait, is that not where the tunnel is?
It's over here.
Oh,
It's over here. Yeah.
well, there's that information.
That's the one thing I think that
Oh, it's a weird tunnel. Why is it doing
Is-
that?
Oh, that is a weird tunnel.
irritating
Okay, well,
is that in Pathfinder 2nd Edition you can't like treat wounds with intelligence. It's like you're saying a smart person couldn't figure out how to do first aid. You know, only a wise person.
so you guys come to the short and winding tunnel. Ancient and artificial, leads to a natural pocket in the stone. There's a large number of what appear to be ruined pieces of furniture that lie in heaps along the northern side of the cave, and what appears to be a nest that's been built out of the middle of this mess. There's a creature giggling very quietly to itself, hunched over, laying atop this mess. It looks like this.
Oh, fuck.
Ugh.
Oh.
And as you step in, Fen, he kind of looks up and goes, more pretty things to add. More pretty things to wreck. And we'll cut it there for next week.
Boo.
Dude looks like he walked out of a labyrinth.
Yeah.
Right.
4 horns.
So the
Ben
creature
is
is
somewhat disappointed that there's no door to close and walk away.
Yeah, it's just an open cave
Right.
tunnel. Creature is stout, pale-skinned, with a huge hunchback, wearing ruined clothing, a long, large V-neck to show off a lot of his pecs. He's wearing a green amulet
Deep
around his
V.
neck, pointed ears, 4 horns sprouting from his nearly bald head, white hair that's shoulder length and greasy with satyr-like legs, and a long, spindly, skinned tail that ends in 2 points.
Spindly.
That's what you have to do with next week. So thank you all for watching another episode of Whispers of Doom. That's it for this Monday. Thank you all again for joining and hanging, and especially all the bits from Anchor89, the Rockin' D-Man, and Mia El Chivo. Thank you guys so much. It's much appreciated. Not necessary, but it's awesome. I think what we'll do is once we get to the 500 bits goal, we'll just give somebody a reward or the obol, anyways. So yeah, that's it. Toodaloo, thank you, and don't forget to live by the die and die by the die. Almost got it that time.
What?
I think we did it.
Okay.
Bye bye, everybody.
Bye.